So I want to play. It will be so. What I want to do is the following. So we are given. Okay. So let's call it. Median finding. Okay. So what I want to do, I want to find a median of some numbers. Okay. Okay. Slightly more straight. Okay. So I need two volunteers for you for this purpose. Can I get two volunteers to play this game? Hello. Can I get two volunteers?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I need just 2%. Okay. So who are the two people? Can you tell me?
Yeah, Savit.
Sabit. Okay. Great. And the other person? Sabit is a boy or a girl?
Boy, sir.
Okay, then we need a gender equality. So we need one girl.
Sir, I'll play.
What's your name?
Sapna.
Great. Okay. So I'm going to give you some numbers, okay, in a minute. Only thing which I told you, both of you, that numbers are coming from 32. So like numbers will be like anything between 1, 2, 3 to 32. Okay. I will give you some subset, Savit. Okay. I will not tell you what size. Sapna, I will also give you another subset. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. And you need to talk. I will tell you how you can talk. Okay. And then, so the list which I will give you, Savit, let's call it list L1, and Sapna, I will give you a list which is L2. Okay. And what I need to find out, median of L1 concatenated L2, or basically you have to sort L1 dot L2. So suppose L1 has T1 elements, L2 has T2 elements. Okay. Then what I want is that if you sort the L1, L2, okay, then I want T1 plus T2 by 2th element. Okay. So like normal, right?
Yeah.
You get the question. So this is how median is, right? So you have some set of numbers, but now you have the first half of the number. Sapna has second half of number. But what you want, that you want to talk to each other and find a median of like concatenated. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to give you the list. Okay. Okay. And then, okay, let's see if I created a list. Hope I have created a list. Oh no. Okay. So let's see. So, Sabit,
Yes, sir.
Sabit, I'm going to send you in your private chat. Okay.
Okay. Sir, what are we allowed to communicate? Like,
I
are
will
we
tell
allowed
you
to
in a
communicate?
minute.
Okay.
I will tell you in a minute. Rules of the game I will define in a minute. Okay.
Okay.
Sabit. I'm just finding you. Savit, right?
Yes, sir.
Why can't I find you? Sabit Gupta, right?
Yes, sir.
You'd have got your list,
Yes, sir.
right? Now, Sapna, I will send your list.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, okay. So let's see what number I can give to Sapna. Here. Yes, Sapna. So you'd have got this. Okay.
Yes, sir, I've got.
Okay. So what you can do, Savit, you can tell Sapna, you cannot send you can send some numbers. Okay. But I mean, so what I will count is how many numbers do you send to each other? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So
And we can send both position and the numbers, or just the position? Just the numbers.
you can also send position, anything you can do. Okay. But
Okay.
what I want to do, number of times you to each other send messages at this point of time is minimized.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, but this
Can
is
you
what
repeat the last point, sir?
a number of times you send each other these messages, okay,
Yeah.
is minimized. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So but you can decide what to do beforehand. Say, for example, let's decide. So this is what, so let's fix so I'm telling you, Sabit will send first.
Okay.
Sabit sends first. Okay. Then Sapna sends. Okay. And then you alternate. Okay. So we fix who's going first is fixed. Okay. And you can if you decide to fix that, okay, in the first round I will send you number, in the first round I will send you position, you can decide what to do beforehand. Okay. I will not count you for that. You can, you people would have, so for example, think of this, that you people know that you two together have to find a median of some set of numbers, and you have decided, talk to each other beforehand that, look, in the first round I will send you this information about that. Look, but none of you see the list at this point of time. All you know that you will get a list, Sapna will get a list, and together you have to find a median of the whole list, right? So you can decide that, hey, in the first round I will send you this information, then Sapna will, okay, then in the first round I will send you this information about my list, right? So whatever information you want to send is a function of the list which you have. So you can decide all these things pre-hand. Okay. But and then you have to follow this protocol, right? So this is like a protocol. So you have fixed a protocol that in the first round I am going and I will be sending you this information about my list. In the second round, Sabita will say, okay, I will look at your information, whatever you have sent me, and look at my list, and based on the information I received from you and based on the list I have, I will send you this information, right? So now notice that the whole protocol is fixed. What I don't know, what is my list? And based on the list, you will send her some information, right? So that information is a function of the list which you have got, right? Now, Sapna gets some information from you. So then she has what information? The information that some quantity about your list you have sent her and her own list. Based on these two information, she sends you an information.
Right.
Okay. Now, what
and so that information.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, sir. Sorry. Please.
No,
yeah.
Please go ahead.
So that information that we are exchanging is just the numbers only, or is it something else?
You can send, for example, but for now, let's say that I will send some numbers, okay? But those numbers doesn't have to be the numbers in this list.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, I will tell you, look, I have, so in the first round, I will tell, for example, that number of items that I have, whose value is more than 16, is something.
Okay.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Right? So now, this is an information which is a function of the list. Right? But the information itself is not in the list, right? You get my point?
Yes, sir.
So you have decided. Yes. So because I told you that
yes, sir.
You will get a list of numbers from 1 to 32. Both of you know this information pre-hand, for example. Now, based on this, I can have this protocol that, okay, Sabit will tell in the first round, Sapna, I will tell you how many numbers I have which value is greater or equal to 16, for example. Right?
Okay.
He can send this information to you.
Okay, sir.
Based on that, you may decide to send some information.
So just one thing.
Yes. Please.
Sir, we are just two questions I have.
Yes.
Apart from numbers, we are sending information also. So we are sending both, right?
No, information, what do you mean information?
Information is something like just the example that you gave that, okay, I have XYZ numbers, say 5 numbers more than 16.
Yeah, so this more
or 5 even numbers.
this more than 16, we could have decided earlier itself, right? Before getting the
Okay.
list, right? That, hey, Sapna, in the first time, whatever number I will tell you, it will mean this. Then I don't need to
Okay.
send information, right? But
Okay,
you
okay,
know,
okay, okay.
You know, if you see, oh, 4. Oh, so what Sabit has done to me, he has sent, like he's telling me that his list had 4 numbers whose value is at least 16. Right?
Okay, sir. I got your point. Got your point.
Right? So you can, this is what I mean by protocol. You have decided that given the list, first information will be about this object of the list. Okay? And the information itself is just
So we are
part. Okay?
So we are fixing the information that we are sending at
Yes.
every round.
Yes, this is like a pre-thing which you have fixed.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
One last
now-
question, sir.
Now, when you get the list, this information becomes concrete, right?
Okay, okay.
Okay, and then you send that information to him. Okay, so do you understand the game now?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for example, let's
Sir,
play.
I
this
have a
game.
question.
Yes, tell me.
I
sir.
have one more question, sir.
Please tell
Yeah,
me.
sir. The list that you have sent me, it has 2 numbers
Whose value is same.
repeated.
Yeah,
One
that's
yeah.
okay. That's okay.
Okay. Okay, okay.
Okay. I mean, this is just to what do you call, illustrate some things about this. So, for example, let's be the first question of the protocol B is that Sabit sends you that how many numbers he has whose value is greater or equal to 16.
Okay.
Okay. So let's write down the first question. So first question is, how many numbers greater or equal to 16 Sabit's list has?
Actually, sir, I was thinking that it might be more useful to have the size of the array before we do this, because
Yeah.
it will give
great.
us a baseline for what the number of.
Great. So the first information that, so let's say question number 0. Okay. Sabit sends L1 size. Okay. And say in the Sapna sends L2 size. Let's do this. Now you can write this message in public. Okay. So that everybody understands. Nobody knows the list because I send you privately.
Right.
Okay. So just let's send this
Write this information publicly?
Yeah, to everyone.
Okay, sir.
So Sabit sends.
So
the
I'm
list
sending for
size.
question 0.
Yes.
Yes.
11. Okay. Now both of you know that in total you have 19 elements, right? Because look, what do you call it? Sabit knows what is his list size is, right? And now you told him that your list size is 11, right? You didn't know his list size, but when he sent you 8, now what information both of you have together? That in total, the list size of L1 union L2 is 19, right? So look, we are able to get, so like by just passing this information, what do we have now is 19. Okay. Okay. So now let's ask question 1.
Okay.
Okay. Sabit send you 2.
Okay, so I'm typing my answer. Greater than or equal to 16, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no. This is exactly equal to 2.
Yeah, this is exactly equal to 2.
And Sapna told her list has 4 elements. Now, what can you do now to your list?
This means that the median is below
16.
16.
Right?
Yeah.
Because median is roughly like, I took odd number on purpose. So this is like, what are we looking for? We are looking for 10th number, right?
Yeah.
In the sorted order. Yeah. So by this information and 2 and 4, what can you conclude?
Median is less than 16.
Median is less than 16. Okay.
Yes.
So now, what can you do to your lists?
Repeat the same process, maybe
Yes.
for the
What all elements can you discard from your list?
So we can
The right half.
discard
Greater
the
than
2
equal
and
to
the 4
16.
elements respectively.
Right?
yeah,
So,
greater than or equal to 16.
but what has happened to the universe? In the beginning, I told you that all the numbers are from 1 to 32. Now your list
Yes.
contains numbers from
1 to 16 now.
great,
Yes.
right?
We have reduced the size half.
Exactly. So now you tell me now, but now, and now you know based on this information, what is the position element you are going to look. In the beginning, you were looking for a median, but now you may not be looking for median. You might be looking for some particular ranked element, and that you both know.
Yeah, we're still looking for the 10th element because we just removed from the, like if we're
Right.
ascending sorting it.
Yeah, right. You are still looking for a 10th number, right? From the short list, right? So median. Okay. So now what will you do to even further reduce your entry by half? We could send an information about 8, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's play one more round and then it will be clear to you. So what is the question 2? Now, Sabit sends a number of entries whose value is greater than or equal to 8, and Sapna sends number of values which is greater than or equal to 8. Let's send to each other. Okay, so you
So
did
I was going to
This only
send
for
greater
the-
than or equal to 8, but strictly less than 16 since we've discarded everything.
exactly. No, yeah, strictly less than 16. So now what I say, the greater than or equal to 8 in your current list.
Yeah.
Okay, so
The left
once,
half, basically.
yeah. So you already after the first round, you have forgotten all the numbers whose value was greater or equal to 16. If that is the information you have sent to the people, right? And now you have now you reduced your universe size to something small, right? Now you ask this question based on this. What did you send? 2 and 4.
No, sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
1.
Greater than or equal to 8.
Yes. 3. From here, what can we conclude?
So that means 8 is very, no, 8 is, we had a total of 13 elements left. We wanted the
Yes.
10th element,
Yes.
and 8 is greater than or equal
So
to,
I think-
so it will be slightly higher than 8, the answer.
Yes. So the median would be somewhere of the numbers, the 4 numbers, 1 of Savit and 3 of mine, I think.
Yeah. So what can you say? Can this number be strictly less than 8?
No.
No. So
No,
can
it
we
cannot be
discard
less than
all,
8.
can we discard all the numbers whose values are less than 8?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. So discard all the numbers whose values are less than 8. Okay.
Will this be strict? I think this will be strictly less than 8, right?
Okay.
Or
So
will
say
it be
strictly.
equal?
Yeah,
Up
strictly
to-
less
up
than
to- It's up to how you define your protocol. Okay. I'm just trying to play along. Okay. Say strictly
Yes.
less than. Okay.
Correct.
So now,
Yeah.
now the distinct values which you have get into the range how much?
8, 9, 10, 11.
So I have decreased the universe again by half?
Yeah. So we're again
Okay.
left with 8 elements now.
Exactly. No, 4 elements. No, 8 elements. You're right.
4 elements. My range is 8 to 16,
Yes.
but numbers
you're
are only
right.
4, right?
Yeah, but the universe has reduced to half again,
Yes.
right? So every time, what are we doing? Okay. And now you see, but now you have to change what number you are looking for, right?
Now
It
we'll
is
look-
10
well, we can
minus
just do a-
10 minus
So on.
the number of elements you have discarded. Right? The rank of the element you're looking at is no more median now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? So you adjust that and pass this information to each other. Or you don't even need to pass. You know the list size and you know this information. Now you know what are you trying to achieve. Agreed? What ranked element you are trying to achieve. Okay? So what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is, okay? So moral of the story is, each round reduces universe by half. Do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. So now, suppose, so now let's generalize this game, okay? And let's say that L1 and L2 comes from 1 to n. Okay? I initially put n equal to 32, right? Now we want to make it abstract, okay? Now we do not want to play with the concrete numbers, we want to go abstract, okay? So Sabit gets a list from L1, Sapna gets a list L2, where L1 is subset of n, L2 is a subset of n.
Right.
Okay, okay. And so I want to know how much. Now let's not talk about round, let's talk about number of bits of information that you have sent. Okay, okay. So how many number of bits in total we have sent across? Okay, so I'm going to count total number of total number of bits which Sabit sends to Sapna, and I also want to count number of bits Sapna sends to Sabit, right? Okay. So in each round, what information are you sending? Number of elements of certain number, like number of elements which is larger than this, right? So suppose that L1 plus L2 had size 2, T, okay?
Right.
Okay, then in each round, what is the number of bits information that are you sending? You're sending some number whose value is between 1 to T, agreed?
Yeah.
In each round, you're telling her, hey, in the first round, you will tell, hey, number of elements that I have, okay, number of elements in my list is T1, which is less than or equal to T. So how many bits do I need? Log T bits, right? Number of elements in my list, which is L1, in my list, L2 is T2, which is log T. Agreed? Right?
Yes, sir.
And each time, what are you sending? Right? You are sending information of this nature, right? Number of elements whose value is greater than or equal to some n over 2 power L is T prime, where T prime is still less than or equal to T, right? It cannot be more than the list size, right? Agreed? In any round, one of you are sending what information? That number of elements whose value is more than n by 2 or n by 4 or n by 8, something of this nature, right?
Yes.
Right? But hey, that number cannot be more than the number of items in the total list, right? Which is bounded by T. Agreed? So in any round, right, you are sending log T bits of information at most. Okay. Okay. Now let's ask ourselves, how many rounds are there? How many rounds are there? Right? There's one round in the beginning where you tell sizes of the list, right? And then what is happening? Each round, universe reduces by how much?
Half the size.
Half.
So log.
So how many rounds?
Log n.
Log n round. So total we will have 1 plus log n rounds, but from each of you, right? Number of rounds, right? So total number of bits will be 2 times this times
into log T.
Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is like, can I say this is order log T times log n?
Yes,
Is this
sir.
fine?
Yes, sir.
If anybody has a question, please ask me. Or if you have understood this, can you put +1? Okay, good. Okay, people. So what we did is, this is what is called communication protocol. Okay. What is this called? Communication protocol. Okay. I'm not going to define you anything very formal. Okay. Okay. So in the communication protocol, what happens is, okay, so Sapna is replaced by what is called Alice, and Sabit is replaced by what is called Bob. Okay. Okay. And okay. And Alice gets some X in, say, curly X, and Bob gets Y in some curly Y, and they together want to compute some function from curly X to curly Y and output some function in Z. Okay. So for example, both Sapna and Sabit, what they wanted to compute, they wanted to compute the median of their list, right? So so in this example, what will be X? X is going to be some 2 to the power, I mean, if all the elements would have been distinct, then X is nothing but 2 power n, like you could have gotten any list. Y is also equal to 2 to the power n, right? And what is Z? The value of medians. So in our case, Z is going to be natural number, for example, right? So given an X in curly X, given an Y in the curly Y, our objective was to compute for fxy median of X and Y, right? Do you agree? Right? And what is the protocol? So protocol is exactly what we decided first. So what is the protocol? So you know, so what will you know? So in this, we know F. That is objective. Okay. And so Alice and Bob can sit together and decide a protocol. And what is the protocol? Who will go first? What question I should be asking? What question you will be asking? This is exactly what is called protocol, which you pre-decide. Okay, you can decide beforehand. Okay, the way Sabit and Sapna decided that in the first time we will tell each other the list size. Okay, so that is the part of the protocol. In the first round, I will tell you how many elements are greater or equal to half of the universe, like greater than or equal to n by 2. So this is part of the protocol. In the second round, and when I say round, let's say whatever Sabit tells and whatever Sapna tells. Okay. In this another round, let's talk about even reduce the inverse to be n by 4. So you can decide this part of the protocol earlier itself. Okay. And what is important? What do we count? What do we count? We count number of bits that are exchanged between Alice and Bob. Okay, is that fine? Okay, so let me tell you, okay, when we say that, hey, to compute F, we need at least n bits of information. Okay, it means that any algorithm or any communication protocol, any that you can think of, communication protocol, okay, takes n bits to compute F, okay, to compute F on n sized input. Okay, I'll give you some example of this. Okay, but just try to understand, and this will be the basic thing for you to understand and get, is that communication protocol is nothing but what we just did. We pre-decided how we are going to, okay, we just pre-decided how we are going to talk to each other. And what matters is the amount of bits of information that we communicated to each other. Okay, is that clear to all of you? Okay, I will write a little bit more formally just to just to make things slightly more cleaner. Okay, but this is how you should think about these things. Okay. So let's say, and people give it a name. Okay, so let's definition. Okay, we say that a communication protocol pi computes some f if the output of the protocol say output of the protocol on some input xy is equal to fxy, right? So if I gave Sabit the list X, I give Sapna the list Y, they computed median, right? Which is exactly what the F would have done given X and Y. So whatever their algorithm does and whatever was the objective of F to do, this is same, okay? Equal to fxy for each X in a curly X and each Y in a curly Y, okay? Okay, now what is the cost of a protocol? So there's a notion of cost of the protocol, and cost of pi, okay, is the maximum number of bits, is the maximum number of bits communicated by messages, throughout the whole protocol. Over the choices of X and Y. Okay, so this is what it means. Okay, let me. Okay, and so for the same problem, there could be a different protocols, right? Right? There could be many protocols to do the same thing. The way for the same problem, we could have many different kind of algorithm, right? So you define. So you define what is what is my objective? Given a function, I would like to compute. I would like to come up with a protocol which might minimizes the number of bits. For example, for X and Y, what Sabit and Sapna could have done, Sabit could have just sent her list to Sapna. This is good, right? And then Sapna could have just, now she has access to both the list. She can just compute, apply any median finding, like sort it out, right? That's also a particular. That's also a protocol. Can you please? May I request you to? Okay. Okay. So look, for the same problem, there's a different protocol, right? Where Sabit sends his list to Sapna entirely. But how much space will take? How much number of communication will it take? How much number of bits it will take? Can anyone tell me?
Not T. Length of the list.
Length of the list, which could be anything, right? You could have got the list of size n for that matter, right? right? So you will take n times log t bits or log n bits, right? Because you need to send all the n numbers and each will take log n bits. So n log n bits, or too much, right? Or if the list size was t, so you will take t log n bits to send your, and compare that protocol versus the protocol that you just computed, which only takes log n times log t bits, right? So for the same problem, there could be different protocol or different algorithms, and different algorithms could take different amount of number of bits, right? So what will be my objective? What will be my goal? My goal would be to, for a problem, come up with a protocol which minimizes the cost, for which on any input I need to use much smaller number of bits or as few bits as possible to communicate, so that we can solve the problem together. Okay. So this is why how it is defined as, so people define choices of xy. So the word comes, the deterministic, okay, communication complexity, d of f of a function f is defined to be the minimum cost of a protocol, okay, that correctly computes f on every input. Okay. Now let me give you a couple of more examples. Okay, which will be important for our objective. So this is called n-bit equality function. Okay. So what is this n-bit equality again? So here, this is a function that we want to compute. So what is this function? It takes an input from 0, 1 cross n to 0, 1 cross n, and it outputs 0, 1 as follows. So it should be clear. So what it takes as an input two strings, x and y of length n, and what it outputs 1 if x is equal to 1, y 0 otherwise, right? So this is like equality. So I give you two n-bit string, and I want to check whether, hey, the string which you have and string Bob has, are they equal? The string Sapna has and the string Savit has, are they equal, right? So this is called n-bit equality function, right? So the way we did median, there could be other problems. So this is called n-bit equality problem. Okay. So this is first. Okay. The second problem which I would be interested in, okay, is called identity or index.
इन दोनों में से कोई लगानी चाहिए. अब तो जैसे कंपनी फिटेड गाड़ी में आते हैं ना, फिटिंग पीछे से पेट्रोल टैंक वाली जगह से गैस भरे, वो वाली अब फिटिंग भी होती है. लेकिन अब वो कहीं जगह है, कहीं नहीं है, पता नहीं कहाँ है. वो लग जाए नहीं होते ये चाहिए, लेकिन ये तो लेने.
Okay. Thanks for muting. Else it's a bit difficult to tell. Okay. So the other object which I would like to talk about, it's called disjointness or index. Okay. So let me talk about a bit about index function. So what is an index function? So index function is very simple. Okay. It will take you, so let's see what is this function. So let's call it index idxn. So it takes again an n-bit string, okay? And it takes an integer n and it returns 0, 1. So what does it return? It returns basically, it returns idx n of string x, sorry, not string x, okay, and y, xy. It is basically the yth bit of x, right? So what is the bit at the yth position in my string? Okay, so this is another problem which I would be interested in. Okay, and the third problem which I would be interested in is called disjointness. Okay, so again, this is rather disjointness, n-bit disjointer. Okay, so what it does is the following. This one, if x intersection y equal to 5, 0 otherwise. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? Well, look, suppose I have string say 1, 0, 1, 0, and y is another string, say 0, 1, 1, 0. So am I going to call x intersection y is equal to 5? Anybody? Is this 5? Right? Is it 5? No, there is a position where they have 1. So think of this, that you have universe say 1 to n, and x tells which subset is here. So whichever element is 1, I have that set. Okay, whichever element is 1 here, okay, I have that set. So now basically this is telling me whether x intersection y is disjoint or not. So which is same as, is there a position in my string where both of us have 1? That's it, right? So this is what disjointness means. Okay, so let me tell something more. Okay, so here when we were talking about communication that Sapna and Sabit had, notice that Sabit sent information to Sapna, Sapna sent information to Sabit, Sabit sends information to Sapna. So this happens in multiple rounds. It doesn't happen just one round. Okay, but there are protocol. Okay, but here, okay, so let's say I'm going to call it, okay, a protocol is one round protocol. What happens in one round protocol? Alice sends information to Bob, okay, and Bob outputs the answer. Over, done, right? So this is what it's called one round protocol. One person has sent information to this, and then we are done. Okay, is this concept clear? What is the meaning of one round protocol? Okay, if you understood, can you put +1? Okay, good. So let me prepare for next lecture, telling you something, and then Venkatesh will use these things in his lecture. And then, but what I will do in the remaining 10-15 minutes, we will do another communication protocol. Okay, so this is a theorem which I want to tell, and this is amazing, is, okay, okay, so deterministic protocol of an equality function is at least n. Okay, and okay, for deterministic for index, the index one, okay? But this is where you have to be careful. Let's say for one round protocol is okay, at least n, okay? And for a one round protocol, people actually write it like this, okay? This is just a symbol, is at least n. And if it is k round, also people write like some deterministics dk and say I dx something. But this is all that we wanted, okay? So this is A, this is B, and another result which I would like to state. So we talked about equality, I talked about index, and let's say deterministic of disjointness, okay, of n bits is at least n, okay? So the proofs are, well, it's difficult, so we will not be proving this, but all it tells you that, look, in this, whatever round you do, for deterministic protocol for equality, you need at least n bits. And do you see a protocol with n bits? Hello? I want to test whether two strings are equal or not. Do you see a protocol with n bits?
One of them can just send the whole information to the other.
Correct. And what is this theorem tells us? That's all that you can do. Right? That's all. Okay, great. And so whenever you see n, and because they are like 0, 1 bit string, one party can just send all of its string to the other party and be done. Okay. Same with index. But suppose index, I ask you, is there a good two-round protocol? Do you think there can be a good two-round protocol? Right? So think of this way. So Sabit is going to get X, Sapna is going to get Y, and what they want to compute? Yth bit of X. Okay? So, what can be done?
Want to start with the size of Y first?
I mean, I can just send Y to Savit, that's it. And he can tell me the Y bit. That's the simplest thing we can do.
Yeah, so this is a two-round protocol, right? Yeah, but how much bits it took? So Sapna, how many bits it took? Telling Y to X.
Log Y?
Log n bits. Yes. So you notice if there is just only one round of information, right, then I need at least n bits. So actually what happens is that in all this protocol, it is believed that Alice is the first person who needs to. Isn't there something wrong? Yeah, that's fine. First is the first person who makes the move. Okay. This is why whether Sabit sends anything to Sapna or not, I'm going to count one move. Okay. So what will Y do? Sapna just sends the Y to X, and Y is just some log n bits. So if I allow two-round protocol, actually you can do this, like you can play around and you can do this in order log n bits. Okay. Okay. So maybe I'll take a little bit more time today, but let me just to get you people up to the speed of these kind of things. Let us play one more game. Okay. Slightly non-trivial game. Okay. So let's see if all of you are ready. Okay, my Bakra should be ready. Okay, so Sabit, are you ready to play my game?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So here is a graph G, which is given to both of you. Okay. Okay. So I will give you G to both of you. Okay. This time I cannot give you concrete example. Okay. But Sabit, you will have a click of G. What do you have? Click of the G. Sapna, you are going to get an independent set of G. Right? And this you know that I'm going to give you, basically Sabit is going to get a pair G comma C and Sapna is going to get the pair G comma I. And I will not cheat you. Okay? I will give you the same graph, but I will give you some click of this graph and Sapna will give you some independent set of this graph. Okay? Your objective is does there exist a vertex that is common to C and I, right? So I just want to know whether C intersection I is empty or not. This is all that I want to communicate. And you can communicate as many times as you wish. I don't care. Okay. So is the question clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what could be a trivial answer?
Trivial answer could be that I would just share all my vertices.
Of C to
Yeah,
I.
of C.
Okay. Or I could send all her I to C. But this could be as much as n log n bits, right? Because for each vertex, I need to know, like it takes around log n bits to write its name, right? I'm 5. So log n is 5, right? So it can take a trivial communication protocol takes order n log n bits. Okay? Agreed? But I want to be more smarter. Let's say I want to do much, much better than order n log n bits. Okay? This is one of the classic problem, but let's do. Okay. So here is Sabit and here is Sapna. Here is her graph. Here is Sabit's graph. And let's say it is her click and it is her I. Okay. And what I'm going to tell, keep here is possible vertices in I. Okay. In the beginning, they have not communicated at all. So every vertex in G is a possible vertices in I. And what is Sapna going to keep? It's going to be, okay, I'm going to keep possible vertices in C. Okay. Because I anyway sees, and okay, at this point of time, all vertices of G are possible to be inside C. Now, if I ask you, what question Sabit could ask or Sapna could ask, okay? What question Sabit or Sapna could ask such that vertex set, like, let's say, such that, let's say, let's call this possible I, let's call this possible C, okay, such that P of C and P of I reduces to half. If I can do this, okay, by just sharing some 1 or 2 vertices, it will be good, right? So, for example, if Sabit could send a vertex to Sapna, and based on that, either Sapna could tell that, hey, this is the vertex which is in my independence, then okay. Or Sapna can say, if this vertex is not in my I, then now I know that possible click vertices are much, much smaller, at most half of what I was keeping before. If this happens, then this protocol will go for how many rounds? You get my point?
Yeah, it
Right?
will go for log n rounds because
Exactly, order log n. And suppose in each round, all I do is send one vertex to each other. How much bits of information will I go?
again log n for each vertex.
Yes. And there are log n rounds. So total number of communication we
2
would
log
need
square n.
some roughly order log square n bits. Okay. So now let's figure out these questions. Okay. So Sabit, you need to send a vertex.
Maybe I should send my least connected, like the vertex with the lowest degree, because Sapna will be able to reduce her PC to the neighborhood of the vertex that I send.
Great. Okay. So let's do the very beautiful. That's great. Okay. I will modify your strategy. So Samit, what I'm going to send for you, okay, I check. Is there a vertex in C such that degree of V is at most, say, n over 2? Suppose I do this. We will worry about it if this case doesn't happen. If yes, send V. Suppose, Sabit, you check. Is there a vertex in my click? Okay. Is there a vertex in my click? Okay. Such that number of neighbors I have is at most n over 2. What could Sapna do? Now you have sent this vertex V to Sapna. Sapna, what can you do now?
She can
you
reduce
think you
PC
can
to
do
the
something?
neighborhood of V.
No, first I should check, is V part of I? This could be, right? You send me a vertex, that vertex could be part of I. Right? Look, I don't know that you took some vertex in my click and you send it to Sapna. Now Sapna just checks whether, oh, is this vertex part of my independent set?
Right.
If it is, then game is over, right?
Yes.
There are two situations, yes and no. Yes, then game over, right? C intersection I is not equal to empty. Agreed? Because you also have V in C, because that is what you send it to her. And C just checked that this vertex is also part of her independent set. Okay, so C intersection I is not equal to empty. But if V is not in I, then what can we say? Right? If V is not in I, then non-neighbor of V, okay, can't belong to possible PC, right? Because V belongs to click, so non-neighbor cannot belong to my click, right? Because what is a click? If V is part of the click, then the click is contained inside V and its neighborhood, right? It cannot contain a non-neighbor vertex, right? Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what will I do now? Now PC becomes PC minus this. In fact, union, yeah, this. Okay. So PC reduces by how much? How many
By n
neighbors
by
V
2,
has?
like since V has at most neighbors n by 2, so this reduces.
Exactly. So neighborhood of V was at most n by 2, which implies neighborhood of V is greater than or equal to n over 2. I mean, I'm using plus minus 1. Okay. But for sure, PC reduces to PC by 2. Agreed? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is great. So, but maybe Sabit, you don't have any vertex of size degree at most n by 2. Okay. This could happen, right? You don't. Now, what could Sapna do? Sapna does the following. Says, okay, maybe I can also help in reducing your objective. So what does Sapna does? It says, do I have
Sends any vertex with greater than n by 2 degree.
exactly? Do I have a vertex V in I such that degree of V is greater than equal to n over 2? If it is, then what happens? Let's go back and check. Okay, then what will you do? You check, okay, fine. I check, is V belong to C? And again, we have to answer. Yes. Terminate. Right? Why can I terminate? Because now I know C intersection I is not equal to empty set. Okay. But suppose V does not belong to C, then what can we say? Then what can we say?
Then we can reduce PC by the neighborhood of I. A PI by the neighborhood of V.
Exactly. So now Pi becomes Pi minus neighborhood of Y, neighborhood of V, because what we know that what is potential Pi? These are the vertices which can potentially be my independent set. So if V belongs to the independent set, its neighbors can't belong to the independent set, right? And I know that the total number of neighbors V has is at least n over 2. So in this case also, Pi is Pi, so is, maybe we should ask a slightly more better question. Okay, so maybe we should ask this question. You will see why in a minute. At least n over 2. Okay. So what happens to Pi? Pi reduces to Pi by 2. Now imagine that none of you are able to send anything. Okay.
Then we don't have any common vertices because degrees do not.
Yes.
Intersect.
So what is your property? Why can't? Because here degree of V is greater or equal to n over 2 or less than equal? What did we
Less
send?
than equal to.
Strictly greater than, right? If there's a vertex in C such that degree of V is there, right?
Oh yeah, right.
Right?
Less than equal to.
Greater than equal to. For the click. Because
Sorry, greater than.
okay. And for the I, what can we say? All vertex has property what? Degree of V is less than equal to n by 2. Right? So what is the meaning of this? C intersection I is empty. Great. Right? So this is also a communication protocol, right? So now you see how cleverly, look, this is a very clever protocol, right? They did like, so think of this way that, I mean, you are in an exam hall and you want to cheat. I mean, you cannot be taking up whole the pages until unless you are in Bihar, but send it. But other places you have to make some succinctly and you have to be clever doing cheating, okay? So this is like that. I mean, we have a amount of communication or amount of information that we can send to each other is scarce, and that is what we count. And hence we come up with this clever protocol where we send information in a limited way and try to solve our problem. So here we were able to detect whether click and the click which you had and the independent set you had, they intersect or not in order just by communication of order log square n bits. Okay, so that's all that I wanted to tell you. Okay, so what I have tried to tell you, two things. A, that communication, what is communication protocol and how it is done. Secondly, there are some non-trivial communication protocols, and for some problem, we can prove that communication protocol, any communication protocol is like the only way to make any progress is do the trivial, and that is like equality, index, and disjointness. And now we will see that several problems that we have seen, like connectivity and this and that, how could they be related to this problem, and how could we provide some lower bound on the space or some such thing that we do in streaming algorithms. Okay, any question? Because then that's all that I want to tell for today. If there are no questions, then maybe Venkatesh, how much time do you, like how much break do you need?
I'm ready anytime. So let's give
10 minutes.
10 minutes break. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
start it.
12:20. Okay.